window is beautiful, and nothing looks better than seeing snow fall while you're warm and cozy inside. So maybe winter seems like the worst time to replace your old windows, but our next guest says it's the right time to have that project done.
Yes, and the perfect person to tackle that project is Renewal by Andersen. Jason Rohde is the general manager there, and he's got more with why now is a good time, right, Jason?
For sure.
I would imagine a lot of people think, yeah, it's starting to get cold out. I don't want windows open or doors open, so it's a bad time. Why do you say the opposite?
Well, I mean, you don't have the bugs. You don't have. I mean, each season has its own, problems with the installation itself. Renewal by Andersen came up with a process for every season, and we're able to take care of it, all the time. Obviously, there's a bunch of procrastinators out there that, we're planning on doing it and, got busy with life.
In August, and now, now it's December.
Well, a lot of people think when the weather is cold, that's when they want to have great windows, but they don't think that's a good time to actually go about replacing them because of the weather outside. How do you manage that?
When we take out a window, we're going to put a window right back in. When we're in a bedroom, we're going to close the door. You're not going to lose that much heat. You're better off getting the window in and taking advantage of the energy efficiency this year instead of waiting until all of a sudden next year comes and goes again.
Well, let's talk. You mentioned you have a unique process for this time of year and for every season. How about this season, this time of year? What do you do specifically? You mentioned closing the door in a bedroom, replacing the windows right away. Are there other things if it's wet or it's snowy or things like that?
For sure. I mean, we have a perfect day-to-day to talk about it. I mean, the ground's still not frozen. It's wet. It's sloppy. When we have this process, we have a guy on the inside, guy on the outside through the whole thing, so the guy on the inside doesn't get all muddy walking through the yard and everything. And the first thing you're going to notice when the guys walk in, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to come up with a vacuum in one hand and a rug that says Renewal by Andersen on the other. Also, they're also going to be lettered with Renewal by Andersen, so you know they're employees of ours. They're not some guy I picked up at Home Depot, to come install your windows that morning.
You at least gave him a T-shirt.
I at least gave him a T-shirt. I guess that's true. And then they're going to run runners from the front door to every window, so they're never walking actually on your carpet. The runners themselves are waterproof. So
are these the runners?
They are.
Okay, so these are waterproof runners that are throughout the house, so they're never on the carpet.
Right. And so what you're looking at, it says Renewal by Andersen on the front, and the reason we do that is because we always know that that's the closest to the door, and that side's always up. So you're not walking on one side tomorrow, the next day you flip it the other way, and all the dirt was going back on the carpet, because that's not going to make any sense.
What about sealing? How do you make sure that that's done properly?
With technology these days, they're not using caulk that's going to break down at 10 degrees or anything like that. The closed-cell foam we use to seal the window can hold up into the winter weather, and then the actual silicone caulking we use goes down to -40, and nobody's putting in windows at -40.
And one thing you always say is you kind of have a source of pride with Renewal by Andersen that you leave the house better than when you came. Is that possible?
It is. It is. So. The one thing
you bring flowers and cookies.
No, just the way we clean up is much better. So before you didn't have clean windows, now you're going to have clean windows. Every window has a heat vent underneath it, so we cover it with our runners here. We vacuum out the heat vent, which you probably don't do every week. Next to the baseboards, we're using a shop vac, a HEPA vac, to make sure we get it all nice and clean. So that's why we say we leave it better than it was before.
Yeah.
What do you say to people then if they call and they say, well, I'd like new windows, but I really think I should wait till the weather's better?
Okay, we'll be here. It's as simple as that. Some people just don't want to have their house open in the winter, and fine, we'll be here. Like I said, we do have our own crews, so we are a little bit more aggressive with our discounting at this time of year to make sure that they're working all year round. We take care of our employees like we're taking care of our customers. So, but if somebody wants to wait till spring, we'll be here.
Well, and I love the pictures we're looking at. Some of them had beautiful green trees through the windows. But think about it this time of year. Oftentimes when there's a really cold window in your house, you don't want to sit next to it to look at the beautiful snow and trees outside. If you've got a new one that's got better installation, you can actually enjoy the view in the winter and enjoy the winter from the inside a little bit more.
Well, again, this is going to take probably 1 to 2 days to do the installation. If you left all your windows open, your heat bill is going to go up $20 that day.
Yeah.
Getting new energy efficient windows, you're going to make that up easily in January, easily in February.
And right now you have an extra incentive because people can get $100 off of each window, plus or 6 months no interest, no payments financing.
And 6 months no payments.
Not or.
Yep.
It's and.
Nobody
Nice.
wants to spend money with Christmas coming up, so don't worry about paying the balance. Wait till you get your tax return back and start paying for that for your windows.
Right, because those 6 months will take you past taxes.
Yeah.
Renewal by Andersen. There's that deal that Molly and Jason just mentioned. It's $100 off windows and 6 months, no interest and no payment as well. So call Renewal by Andersen today so that you can schedule your appointment. The phone number is 262-522-1001 or rbamilwaukee.com. Good time to do it right now. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you
Thanks for
so
having me.
much.